So, I don't know where this came from. I don't know. It just was a thing and I just went with it. So, you're going on vacation. So, you're going on vacation. You're going to stay in a motel or a hotel or an inn. Have you been there before? Do you know the consequences of being there? Do you know if there's been a murder, maybe? Just thinking. Murder at Hotel 1911. You gonna leave me now? You're not allowed to leave me. Goodbye. I moved all the way over here for your butt. Come back here. Come over here. Come back here. Smokey. Smokey. You know, if you want to spend a night amid the luxury and charm of the early 20th century, book a room at Hotel 1911. You'll find Ivy Nichols at the reception desk, a plucky modern young woman dressed to the hotel's period theme. Ivy is plagued by panic attacks but desperate to hold on to her job since the hotel is her only link to the family that she abandoned as a child. Though imperious guest Miss Swan belittles her at a check-in, Ivy dutifully informs her best friend George, the hotel chief, that the woman has a deadly shellfish allergy. But when Miss Swan collapses at dinner and dies, police suspect the chef made an inexcusable error. To save George's career, Ivy sets out sleuthing. Several guests have motives to contaminate Miss Swan's plate. Was it Jeffrey Swan, the victim's heir, mysterious painter Rose Gisette, or troubled investor Hermel Sandeep? Ivy is armed with a passion for Carl Jung and her trusty Schwinn bicycle, but the stress of the investigation threatens to precipitate another terrifying attack or something more deadly. Well, I moved over here for her butt, and she left. An unwanted guest. In the winter in the Catskills, a Mitchell's Inn, nestled deep in the woods, is the perfect setting for a relaxing, maybe even romantic weekend away. It boasts spacious old rooms with huge wooden fireplaces, a well-stocked wine cellar, and opportunities for cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, or just curling up with a good murder mystery. So when the weather takes a turn for the worse, a blizzard cuts off the electricity and all contact with the outside world, the guests settle in and try to make the best of it. Soon, though, one of the guests turns up dead. It looks like an accident, but... Oh, and hey, I almost forgot. Welcome to the Deal Reads book series. I'm Christina, K-R-S-T-I-N-A. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy stuff going on here. And just a second. I'm pretty sure I've read this one on the channel. I'll have to go double check. Murder at the Majestic Hotel, Clara McKenna. Leaving behind tragedies surrounding their wedding at Morin Hall, Travel One, Stella, and Lindy arrive at the Grand Majestic Hotel in New York to more misfortune. Their stately honeymoon suite has been given away to Horace Wingrove, owner of Ingram's Lodge and Confectionery. Stella refuses to let an innocent booking mistake spoil the mood, but her optimism vanishes when Horace suffocates in the room where she and Lindy should have stayed. So was it meant for them? Or was it meant for the other guy? Unlike authorities on the scene, Stella can't believe the business magnate's death can be explained away as an accident. Troubling signs are everywhere, strange murmurs in the hallway, tight-lipped hotel staff, and a stolen secret recipe for Wingrave's famous chocolate. Then there are Horace's murky intentions for visiting the historic cathedral city and those who are closely watching his every move. I don't know. Murder at Gray's Bridge. Summer has arrived in Inchhowen, and Solicitor Benedict O'Keefe is greatly tempted by a job offer from a law firm in America. Yet before making any life-changing decisions, there is her assistant Leah's wedding to attend at the newly restored Graybridge Hotel with its private beach and beautiful pier. The perfect location for the festivities are brutally cut short when a young American visitor, also staying at the hotel, drowns in full view of the wedding guests, and when a second death is discovered the same evening, Ben finds herself embroiled in a real country house murder mystery where all the guests are suspects. Doom with a View. It's grand opening week at Merry Ghost Inn, and spirits are high as Melanie's West and her grandmother Leslie welcome 6 excited members of reading group. Too soon, a Paul fails on the coastal Oregon B&B when Melanie's lovable mutt Max suffers out a reader who'll never dog-ear another page again. Everyone at the inn immediately falls under suspicion, including the innkeeper himself. Melanie and Lisa don't know who to trust, and the idea of catering to a murderer is enough to have them counting and then hiding their kitchen knives. To make matters worse, their curmudgeonly town detective orders them to stay off his turf, but doesn't seem too inspired to solve the case in a timely fashion himself. So they gotta do it. Death at High Tide. When Eve meets husband Robert suddenly drops dead of a heart attack, a mysterious note is found among his possessions that indicates that Evie may own the rights to a crumbling hotel on Carrick Rock, one of the Isles of Sicily off the coast of Cornwall. Still grieving, Evie is inclined to leave the matter to the accountant to sort out. Her sister Margaret, however, had flown in from her glamorous career in L.A., has other plans. Envisioning a luxurious weekend getaway, she goes ahead and buys 2 round-trip tickets to Tarragone. Once at the hotel, used in its heyday to be a house detective novelist and more fixer-upper than Spa Resort after all, Evie and Maggot attempt to get to the bottom of things, but the foul-tempered hotel owner claims he never met the late Robert despite mounting evidence. The rest of the island inhabitants, ranging from an ex-con receptionist to a vicar who communicates with Cat, aren't easier to read. But when a murder occurs at the hotel and then another soon follows, frustration turns to desperation. There's no getting off the island at high tide. Oh, you came back? You left me and you came back. Kate Kingsbury, A Merry Murder. The Pennyfoot halls are decked with boughs of holly, magnificent decorated trees graces the lobby, and the hotel's bookings are finally looking up. As owner of Pennyfoot, Cicely Sinclair Baxter is in high holiday spirit until disaster strikes, threatening to ruin yet another Yuletide. Her housemaid, Gertie McRae, has found a man's body in the hotel laundry with a woman's scarf wrapped around his neck and a note in his pocket from the hotel's new maid. So Cicely has to investigate. Ow. Simone St. James, The Sundown Motel. Upstate New York, 1982. Viv Delaney wants to move to New York City, and to help pay for it, she takes a job as a night clerk at the Sundown Motel in Fell, New York. But something isn't right at the motel, something haunting and scary. Upstate New York, 2017. Carly Kirk has never been able to let go of the story of her Aunt Viv, who mysteriously disappeared from the Sundown before she was born. Carly decides to move to Fell and visit the motel, where she quickly learns that nothing has changed since 1982. Somebody was, I was, using these as markers. These things are great. These things are absolutely great. You can reuse them and reuse them and reuse them and reuse them. They're awesome. They're just awesome. A Merry Ghost Inn Mystery. The Merry Ghost Inn is well and truly open for business. Melanie West, her granddaughter Lizzie, and their beloved sheepdog wolfhound mix Max are rapidly getting the hang of running their charming bed and breakfast inn on the rocky Oregon coast. But when your hostelry boasts its own laughing resident ghost, you'd better expect the out of the ordinary. Melanie and Liz take it all in stride until a hotshot real estate developer arrives in Sully's Landing, tooting his plans to build a tacky amusement arcade smack dab in the middle of the tasteful cliffside town. No one in Sully's Landing can stand the gaudy developer, but it's still a shock when he ends up murdered, and when Doug emerges as the chief suspect Melanie and Liz must put on their sleuthing caps yet again to clear his name. The hotel never sink. I'm not sure about this. The Hotel Never Sink is the crown jewel of the Catskills, a sprawling resort of unparalleled luxury that hosts athlete, actors, and even presidents. Owned and operated by the immigrant Sersky family, the hotel is a realization of their wildest dreams. But when a young boy disappears, this mysterious vanishing and the ones that follow will brand the lives of 3 generations as the root of all. It's Asher Tarasi, the ambitious and ruthless patriarch whose founding of the hotel in 1931 sets a fearful legacy in motion. I was gonna put the I was gonna use the the Jack Nicholson. That's a hotel too, but I decided not to. You've all seen this one, right? Murder in the Hotel. Molly Gray is not like everyone else. And we've also reviewed these too on my channel. Molly Gray is not like everyone else. She struggles with social skills and misreads the intention of others. Her Gran used to interpret the world for her, codifying it into simple rules that Molly could live by. Since Gran died a few months ago, 25-year-old Molly has been navigating life's complexities all by herself. No matter she throws herself gusto into the work as a hotel maid, her unique character, along with her obsessive love of cleaning and proper etiquette, makes her an ideal fit for the job. She delights in donning her crisp uniform each morning, stocking her cart with miniature soaps and bottles, and returning guest rooms at the Regency Grand Hotel to the stated perfection. But Molly's ordinary life is upended the day she encounters the suite of infamous and wealthy Charles Black, only to find the room in state array and Mr. Black himself dead. And Molly will have to find the murderer. Check it out. We did this one. Mary DAIHEIM, A Case of Beer. Vacations can be murder. No one knows that better than Judith Muggles Flynn, owner of Seattle's popular Hillside Manor B&B. After a busy summer, Judith desperately needs some R&R. Leave it to the thoughtful husband Joe to surprise her with a trip to Banff. Though the Hillside Manor is solidly booked through Labor Day, everything in its good hands. Neighbors Carl and Arlene Rikers will take over the inn and deal with his guests, as well as Judith Cantankerous mother Gertrude and the grumpy Sweetnums, the old orange cat. Thrilled to be getting away, Judith is overjoyed that cousin Rennie and Bill are joining in the fun. Though the husbands have made the arrangements, a weary Judith wonders how bad a short time away, booked in a luxurious suite in the beautiful mountains at Alberta, could be. Judith and Rennie are about to find out. While making reservations, Joe and Bill made one mistake. Instead of a gorgeous suite in the model after a Scottish castle, they're staying at a small hotel farther down the road. But while their accommodations have something to be desired, the other on-site guests are the real prize. Ma and Pa Stokes have assorted members of their family have gathered on the mountainside to give a relative a proper and permanent send-off. A nice gesture until Judith realizes that paying their respects might be a little premature without someone very sinister's assistance. Oops. And the last one. The Hitchcock Hotel. A Hitchcock fanatic with an agenda invites old friends for a weekend stay at his secluded themed hotel in this fiendishly clever, suspensefully new novel from the international bestseller author of Darlene Rose. Alfred Smedel is not your average Hitchcock fan. He's the founder, owner, and manager of the Hitchcock Hotel, a sprawling Victorian house in White Mountains dedicated to the master of suspense. There, Alfred offers his guests around-the-clock film screenings, movie props, and memorabilia in every room, plus an aviary with 50 crows. To celebrate the hotel's first anniversary, he invites his former best friends from his college film club for a reunion. He hasn't spoken to any of them in 16 years, not after what happened. Who better than they to appreciate Alfred's creation and help him finish it? Oh. So there you go. There's your if-then 120, 121, something like that. I don't know. I don't have to go check. I didn't look before I sat down. But there's your... You're going to stay in a hotel? You're going to go on vacation? I'm running away with this vacation stuff. I don't know what's going on with me. You have to check last week. I did vacation. I did trips. The whole 9 yards. So there you go. Don't forget to check out Star Trek Voyager recap earlier today, or Star Trek Next Generation recaps, and JD Rob character spoilerizations on Saturdays, unboxing on Sundays, flashback Mondays, and my daily book reviews. As my smoke. She's going through periods of, I don't need you, to, oh, mommy. She's had periods today. She's had her good periods and her bad periods. I want to be with you periods, and I'm leaving you for good periods. I don't know what's going on with the chick. I'll have to go ask her. Have a good one.